Dave, we'll take it away from the Gators to wrap it up here. You've got a different, unique perspective on Tennessee, Georgia. That's the game of the year in the SEC right now. How do you look at it?
Mark, I look at it a couple of different ways here. Tennessee, first of all, their confidence. I think they're playing with a ton of confidence, of course, that you have not seen from that program, that team in quite some time there. And like that's not breaking any news or anything like that. But I think it is noticeable to me as an SEC observer and a team that Florida has played. Also, that run defense, Mark, is something serious for Tennessee. The defense itself, overall, still has a lot of questions, but they are pretty good run defense. And I think if Georgia can't get the ground game going, it might be an easy victory for Tennessee. I think that is the key to the game. I think if Georgia can stay on the field, get their ground game going, I think that might be and I know a lot of teams want to do that versus Tennessee, but Georgia has the talent to do so. Georgia has the wherewithal. Georgia has the talent at running back, at offensive line to do that. But they are, I think, playing probably maybe one of the better run defenses they'll face all year right there. And then, Mark, other side of the ball, I think, Hendon Hooker versus this Georgia defense. Mark, go back the last few years. What do you have to beat a Georgia defense? You have to have a quarterback that can make each and every throw on the field. Go back, Joe Burrow, Mac Jones, Kyle Trask, Bryce Young last year in the SEC championship game. Those are the type of quarterbacks that it has taken to beat Georgia the last 3 seasons. Hendon Hooker can be that. He can be those type of quarterbacks. So I think, Mark, there's a lot to point to, I think, for Tennessee to get this victory. But also I go back and forth. The game's in Athens. Georgia does still have a talent advantage, probably even a coaching staff advantage at the same time. So I go back and forth on it right now. But, Mark, I think in the end, it's hard to, get rid of that wave of momentum. I think Tennessee's riding with that confidence. So I think – I go back and forth on it, but I think I'm going Vols to get that one.
It's tough to gauge what went down at Death Valley because part of me says, well, they haven't done it in that environment. But yeah. Death Valley's Death Valley, but it was at noon, and the LSU crowd wasn't necessarily thinking that their team was actually going to be pretty good and have a shot to do something themselves.
Well, there was that, and I mean, Tennessee jumped on them early. So the crowd wasn't even a late arriving crowd wasn't even able to get into it because LSU got down pretty big, pretty fast.
So, yeah, I'm with you on the Tennessee thing. I'm super impressed with what they're doing. The defense has progressed considerably from last season and during this season. The offense is, I think, with Ohio State, the 2 best in the country. But, the scene we saw against Alabama and that wave of momentum and all that energy and everything, obviously that's going to be against them this time. And we got to see, okay, we know Georgia's battle-tested. Is Tennessee truly battle-tested in a scene like that? It should be fascinating.
Yeah.
David Waters Gators Breakdown. Get on over there. It's on YouTube, favorite audio platform, if that's the way you consume content. David, thank you so much.
Thanks, Mark.